First one here is that in the book Excel's Through Amazing Life of Stan Lee, which is co-written by Stan Lee and an author, I forget the guy's name. They talk about how when Stan Lee was 15 years old, he entered in radio contests for writing contests. There was the radio he would listen to would have contests for kids to submit writing submissions. He sent 3 in, and he won 3 consecutive times in a row. I think it was a weekly contest that they would do to feature young writers and stuff like that. They actually had to stop him from entering the contest because he won too many times. They told him to stop entering, to let other people win too. So that's pretty cool. At 15 years old, he was already on his way to become a great writer. Another one here, fun fact, is that in Stan Lee's first movie cameo was in The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, featuring Billy Bixson and Lou Ferrigno, which also features Daredevil. And if you want to check that out, it's pretty cool because he kind of has somewhat like the same costume that Charlie Cox had in the first season of Daredevil. So definitely is pretty cool, and it's pretty cool here. And Stan Lee plays actually one of the jurors during The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. He's just on the jurors and stuff, and there's a quick shot of him right there. So it's pretty cool seeing that there. And then another fun fact about Stan Lee is he was once asked about if digital comics would replace physical comics, and he replied with, "Comics are like boobs. They're great to hold on to look at a computer, but I'd rather hold them in my hands." That is Stan Lee. That is so funny. I had to see him in Fan Expo and stuff, and it's just, if you watch any of his panels online and stuff, it just seems it's so classic Stan. It's pretty awesome. And it definitely is fun hearing him say things like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Another one here is actually a DC thing, is that during the broadcasting airing of Superman animated series episode Apocalypse Now Part 2, in the background you could kind of see someone that looks somewhat like Stan Lee. This is only in the broadcast airing. If you have the DVDs, they kind of changed it and took him out of there. But I feel like the animators kind of snuck him in there to pay respect. So that's kind of cool that it somewhat looks like there. Now, this is the bad picture, but this is the only picture I could find of him there. So that's pretty cool there. Another one is Stan Lee's classic cameo in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four 2. Stan Lee gets told that he can't show up at the at Reed Richards and Sue Storm's wedding because he doesn't have an invitation, but he's Stan Lee. So if you go back to the comic books, during Reed Richards and Sue Storm's wedding, which Stan and Jack Kirby wrote together, Stan wrote, you got these 2 characters right here who are trying to get into the place without tickets, without invitations, and then they get sent off, and then this guy goes, "You know what? How about you imagine that keeping us out, Stan?" And then he's like, "We'll show him, Jack," and it's stuff like that, and saying, "We'll get back to the bullpen and write the next issue." That's funny. So that's pretty cool that Stan Lee's cameo originated in the comic books, and they brought the same cameo into the movies and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool seeing that there. Another one here is a story about his typewriter. I think I heard about it on Kevin Smith's comic book man. I think there's a clip on YouTube somewhere. I'm not sure if it's this typewriter or not, but the typewriter that Stan Lee created, Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, all these classic characters from the Fantastic Four all the way to Spider-Man and X-Men and all those characters throughout the 60s. He had that typewriter for the longest time. He went around with it. One day he was in an argument with his wife, and she picked it up and just smashed it on the ground. And he went, "Oh my God, you have no idea how much we could have sold that for with all these great classic superhero comics that were written on that one thing." And then someone told him, one of his friends told him, "Well, just go to an antique shop and buy a new antique one just like it, and tell everyone that it is, and sell it out." He's like, "Oh, I already told the world about that story." So that's a really fun story. If you want to hear him say it, it's really cool seeing it from his mouth over on Comic Book Men. I think there's clips on YouTube and stuff you can check out. So that was pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting story about that. His typewriter got smashed. I think that's it, guys. That's all that we got here for today. So let me know what you think, guys, about these fun facts about Stan Lee. There's all kinds of other stuff, like Stan Lee even once, he wrote some DC stuff back in the day. Stan Lee Imagines, where he reimagined all the DC characters and things like that. So let me know what you think, guys, about these fun facts in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you want to leave some happy birthday wishes to Stan Lee in the comments below, I'll definitely be interesting to see. And let me know what you think. If you have any other fun facts about Stan Lee in the comments below, I'll see you guys there. Peace. Happy birthday, Stan. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.